Hey guys, I'm Gary, it's 5 PM, now let's check what's going on out there. Today's main headlines: AU truce offer plan to rebels, the royal wedding, a new housing development in the northwest. The African Union has revealed that it's created a truce plan that it hopes will end the conflict in Libya. The truce focuses on 5 different elements. These are: there is an immediate ceasefire to the conflict, humanitarian aid will be unhindered in its delivery to the civilians of Libya, foreign nationals will be protected, the suspension of NATO and dialogue between the rebels and the government on a political settlement. Over to our Libyan correspondent, John for more. As you can probably hear, the conflict in Libya is still very much carrying on, regardless of its truce, which is still yet to be accepted or rejected by the rebel forces. During this fighting, more and more people are dying, most of these being innocents. We're currently in Tripoli as we speak, and the fighting here is horrendous, as both sides of the conflict are fighting for control of the city. We have also heard, whilst being here, that Gaddafi forces have bombed the port of Misrata. Now, this is a very strategical attack, as Misrata was the quickest way to get forces, supplies and weaponry into the country in order to aid the rebel forces. The level of violence is incredible. This fire has been non-stop all day. However, for now it seems rebel forces have taken control of the city and are holding back Gaddafi's forces, so this gunfire may simply be to deter the ever-advancing Gaddafi forces. In addition, we also know that NATO have been intervening and even bombed Gaddafi tanks along the long road to Tripoli. Back to you in the studio. Wedding fever gripped the nation last Friday as Prince William and Catherine Middleton married. 500,000 well-wishers turned out at Westminster Abbey to see the wedding take place. However, one of the most highly anticipated events of the run-up to the ceremony was Catherine Middleton's dress. Crowds that had gathered and camped all week in order to get a good view of the wedding gasped in awe as Catherine elegantly walked down the aisle. The dress was designed by Sarah Burton, who is currently the creative director at Alexander McQueen. She came to the attention of a future queen when she attended the 2005 wedding of Tom Parker Bowles, the son of the Duchess of Cornwall. However, the most memorable highlight of a wedding is the now common practice balcony scene, where the married couple stand on a balcony and wave at the gathered crowd outside Buckingham Palace. The titles of the newly married couple will be Duke and Duchess of Cambridge. Petitioners against the proposed developments of houses in Crewe North and East and in Leighton have been campaigning against it. The new development would create 1,800 new houses. However, the petitioners say that there is already too much congestion on our roads in Crewe, and adding to that would simply be madness. However, those in favour of development say that the development would only create 650 new houses and would also include a new pub, shop, play area, sports pitch and various road improvements, with another development company looking to build 465 new houses along Parkers Road, which have not offered new facilities other than a play area, of which there are more than 3 within walking distance from Parkers Road. Now over to arts and culture stories with Mark Hornby.
Movie news with the new Pirates of the Caribbean film, On Stranger Tides. The first 3 films were directed by Gore Verbinski. The 4th film in the series is directed by Rob Marshall. The series has had the same writers for every film. These are Ted Elliott and Terry Rossio. After the success of the first film, the cast and crew filmed 2 sequels back to back. After the trilogy ended, people thought the series had finished, but Depp desired to play Sparrow again, so the writers came up with another story, getting inspiration from Tim Power's novel On Stranger Tides. The controversy is that the story has ended with a trilogy, so the question is, what will the next film give to the franchise, apart from a money-grabbing sequel? It's been revealed that Disney have plans to make a 5th and 6th film and film it back to back. Terry Rossio has reportedly already started plans to write the next screenplay. Do you think the series should have ended at film 3 instead of making films 4, 5 and 6?
I think the series should have ended at film 3 because the further on it goes, the further people lose interest in the film. I think 3 films is enough for anyone for a storyline.
Do you think Disney are milking the series now?
Yeah, they are actually, because they're trying to think of more ideas and they're bringing out more merchandise and trying to make more money.
Are you going to watch On Stranger Tides?
I might watch On Stranger Tides, depending on what I'm doing and when, but I most probably will go and watch it.
Finally, Gavin Curran with the sport.
The 75th Masters is over and the Grand Prix season is underway. Charles Schwartzler is only the 3rd South African ever to win the Masters, Runaway leader on the first 3 days, Rory McIlroy, undid all of his good work. He dropped 6 shots between holes 10 and 12, falling back to a large pack of 9 players gunning for the green jacket. The initial movement for the lead came from the likes of Tiger Woods, playing well on a course where he's won 4 times. Australia had a host of representatives in the top half of the field, with Jason Day and Adam Scott finishing joint second on 12 under. Eventual winner Charles Schwartzel had a magnificent final 4 holes, 1 under for his round after the 14th hole, then consecutive birdies on 15, 16, 17 and 18 gave him a 2-shot advantage and finished the tournament on 14 under. Schwartzel was elated with his victory, but also said that luck seemed to be on his side today. The feeling around the course was that if you get 4 birdies on the final 4 holes, you are going to be difficult to beat, speaking as second place sharers Day and first Scott.
Obviously I can't control Charles, and when you birdie the last 4 holes at the Masters and you're around the lead, that usually wins, so...
Yeah, you can't do anything about a guy that birdies the last 4 holes to win the tournament, especially the Masters. And if you want to go out and win a tournament, that's how you're going to do it.
The Formula 1 calendar started in Melbourne with the Australian Grand Prix. In the race for pole in qualifying, it was Vettel who won out by 0.8 of a second over McLaren's Lewis Hamilton. Vettel's teammate Webber was third. Vettel went on to win the race comfortably, finishing 22 seconds ahead of second place finisher Lewis Hamilton. The podium trio was completed by Renault's Vitaly Petrov. Over to our sports correspondent Jeff in Australia for more.
It was a dramatic first race here in Melbourne today. Rubens Barrichello on lap 22 forced Mercedes' Nico Rosberg to retire as Barrichello rammed into the side of him. He served a drive-through for this collision and later retired. Rosberg's teammate 7-time world champion Michael Schumacher also retired. He explained to me why his race was ended early.
As I turned into turn 3, somebody knocked on my right rear. The consequence after that was that I had a puncture.
Ferrari's Felipe Massa was also amongst the controversy in the race. He was holding up Jenson Button for long periods, and the McLaren driver was less than impressed with the Ferrari team strategy at the end of the race.
I got stuck behind Massa because I got a very poor exit at turn 1, and he's the most difficult person to overtake. Then I tried to overtake him around turn 11. I couldn't go around the corner anymore, so I cut the corner. As soon as Ferrari saw that happen, they pitted Massa, and as soon as that happens, you get a drive-through. So I don't know if that was done on purpose or not.
That's all the news from us today. We'll be back at the same time tomorrow.